The main thing I think it does extraordinarily well, and we need to be very cognizant of this. You think about how hard it is for federal government lawmakers to design effective income support programs, right? Every time you design something to try to help out people, there's always a backlash. It's hard to find ways to finance it that someone doesn't rebel against. And Social Security provides people with a pretty substantial amount of income, and it is only able to do that by collecting a pretty large amount of income. And yet it does it in a way that people generally find fair. They generally don't object to it. It's not like we all love paying the payroll tax, but the American public generally accepts it. They accept the necessity of paying the payroll tax because they see the benefits of what they get out of Social Security. That's a pretty remarkable political achievement. You can't name too many federal programs that provide anything close to that level of income support while finding a financing method that people generally think is fair. And the really important point I'd make about this, Social Security has a security and reliability in its benefit structure that so-called welfare programs do not have. The reason so-called welfare programs don't have this is because of the way they're designed. They're funding them out of the general budget. Some people are paying for them with their income taxes. Other people are collecting benefits from those programs based on their need. So you have this constant collision of interest, right? So we're always relitigating the terms of exchange in those programs, right? What should the eligibility rules be? What should the benefit levels be? Should there be an asset test? Should there be a means test? Should there be a work requirement, right? All that stuff that you would be really a foolish person to base a long-term income strategy over getting benefits from a welfare program because you don't know what the rules are going to be 5 years from now. Social Security escapes that, but only for a very specific reason. It's because of this design, this financing structure where you get a job, you pay Social Security payroll taxes, they're broken out separately on your pay stub. You see that, and the government's telling you, we're putting this money and we're crediting it to the Social Security trust funds. Those trust funds can only be used to finance Social Security payments. Social Security is not going to send out any payments in excess of the amounts that those tax contributions can finance. And that is what enables workers to say to lawmakers, hey, my benefits reflect what I paid for. You can't just arbitrarily cut them. Anything that's in those trust funds, that's money we put there. And that is what enables people to plan their lifetime income strategy around a certain level of Social Security benefits because of that security and reliability and inviolability of Social Security benefits. Now, the price is, of course, that only works as long as we are willing to align the program's benefit structure with what workers' tax contributions can actually finance. If we're not willing to do that anymore, we can't have this type of Social Security system. We'd have to have a very different type of system that was financed wholly or in part from the general fund. And we wouldn't have this idea that workers had paid for their benefits and had earned their benefits, and it would be a much less reliable program.